Welcome to Hape Motivation. This podcast is a space created for reflection and growth, real conversations about life, purposes, and becoming better without losing yourself along the way. I'm your host, Dre, and together we'll explore what it means to slow down, check in, and grow with intention. So wherever you are, take a breath and welcome to Hape Motivation. What's going on? And welcome back to the Hape Motivation Podcast. If you're new here, I'm Dre, and I want to say welcome. I also want to let you know that this podcast is a space for honest conversations about growth, mindset, becoming more grounded in who you are and where you're going. And nope, it's not about perfection. It's not about hype. It's not pretending that life is easy. So welcome. And then for everyone who's been rocking with me since the first episode and you've been through all the bonus episodes, welcome back. Thank you for trusting this space. Thank you for continuing to support the Hape Motivation Podcast. So in the first few episodes, we talked about the importance of pausing, creating clarity, moving intentionally, and staying consistent. Today's conversation builds directly on all of that. Because once you've paused, once you've reset, once you've gained clarity, the real question becomes, how do you actually sustain that change in real life? And that's where discipline comes in. And discipline is one of those words that instantly changes the energy in the room. People hear, they get tense, defensive. They feel like they're about to be told they're doing something wrong. And honestly, it's because discipline has been framed as punishment, as suffering, taking the fun out of life. But most of us aren't tired because we're doing too much. Or some of us may be. But a lot of us are tired because we're constantly deciding. And that's what discipline quietly fixes. So we'll go a little bit more in detail there. So think about how many decisions you make in a single day. Just think about the simple ones like, should I wake up now or later? Should I go work out or should I skip? Should I lay here and scroll or should I get up and start getting ready? Should I rest or feel guilty? That constant mental back and forth is exhausting. And what discipline actually does is remove unnecessary decisions. Because discipline is not intensity. Discipline is deciding once instead of deciding every day. Hear that out. Deciding once. Discipline is deciding once instead of deciding every day. And when that click, discipline will stop feeling heavy and start feeling like it's relieving, freeing. So if discipline makes life easier, why do we avoid it so much? And it's because discipline exposes us. Yep, it exposes us. It exposes where we've been inconsistent. It also exposes where and what we've been avoiding. But it doesn't shame you and it doesn't yell. It just simply asks, are you living in alignment with what you said you wanted? Doesn't that make y'all feel uncomfortable? Are you living in alignment with what you said you wanted? That question makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable. It made me feel uncomfortable saying it. And it's not because it's harsh, but because it's honest. So let's bring this into real life. Because we know discipline is not a personality trait. But it's not something that only motivated people have. Discipline is responsibility. Real life does not run on motivation. It runs on schedules, commitments, responsibilities, people depending on you. But look, you don't wait to feel motivated to go to work. You don't wait to feel inspired to pay bills. You don't wait for the perfect mood to show up for people you care about. And that's discipline. We already practice discipline every day. We just don't apply it to ourselves in the same way. If you want stability in your life, discipline is required. Because peace requires discipline, confidence requires discipline, health requires discipline, and boundaries require discipline. There is no version of growth that skips this step. So, but a lot of us were comfortable and we feel like discipline disrupts that. But comfort feels good in the moment. Comfort feels earned, it feels justified. But comfort has a way of keeping you exactly where you are. Discipline, like I said, it doesn't attack comfort. It just simply asks, is this helping you? Or is this just familiar? Comfort keeps things predictable, and discipline helps things grow. And growth almost always feel awkward before it starts feeling freeing. And sometimes chaos gets mistaken for freedom. Because you get those late nights, no rules, just vibes, so you feel free. So at first, chaos feels free, but chaos always sends a bill later. Y'all know what those bills are? Do you really know? Stress, burnout, guilt, that constant feeling of being behind. And of course, discipline doesn't feel exciting at first, but it does pay you back quicker. Pays you back quicker. You get the calm mornings, the predictable routines, the self-trust, get that mental space. So, like I said, chaos may feel free today, but discipline keeps you free long term. So let's be clear. Again, discipline is not perfection. It's not punishment. You still have your off days. You still have your rest. You'll still adjust. Just discipline just means you don't spiral. You don't let one missed day turn into quitting. You don't restart every Monday. You don't abandon the structure that you've added because life happens. Discipline just keeps you steady. So I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to just sit with it. What's one area of your life where you know discipline will help, but you've been avoiding it? What is your health, physically or mentally, your sleep, your boundaries, your time management, or your phone? I think we all can use some discipline from our phone. And that's not judgment, just awareness. Because awareness is where change begins. So, there's one thing I really want you to do after this episode. We could consider it homework. Pick one decision you're tired of making every day. Just one. And decide it once. Decide it once. That's discipline. It's not dramatic, not extreme. Just freeing. Because motivation can spark change. A pause or a reset can bring clarity. But what actually transforms your life is what you do after those moments. And discipline is how you protect the clarity you found in the pause. So yeah, we're running back to episode 1. Discipline is how you protect that clarity that you found in that pause. You don't need constant motivation. It feels good. It's good. You don't need to keep restarting. You don't need to become someone new. You just need fewer decisions and better ones. Sit with that. And remember, there's power in the pause. And I'll talk to you all soon.